You got everyone paint?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out.
And we are live.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Internet Land. I'm the Game Crouch Dragon.
I'm Lady Dragon. Sorry, I was getting rid of the notification for this that just popped up on my
We're live, and how do you do? Gonna say right off the bat, I have not been paying attention to the news. I normally spend like a good part of Monday reviewing what's up in the world of Warhammer and gaming and all that, and I didn't have time this week. I'll be honest with you. I am newsless.
Hi, Commodore.
Hey, Commodore. So yeah, I mean, I've been so busy painting and painting and painting that, well, we're live.
Someone's watching Lucifer season 3 right now, and it's the episode that Charlotte comes back.
Yeah.
Hi, Dave.
I'm sorry, I didn't even know you guys were live.
Yes.
Well, now we are live. Hello. So
Play child.
we're this way. I'm working on my cavalry. They are done and based, and now I'm working on their riders. I am been entirely focused on them this week. I got them and a couple of the Marines I'm working on.
Yes, puppies.
I've got 2 heavily converted Terminators and
Hi, Phoenix.
what was originally came out of the box as a Wolf Lord, but I have since converted to a Rune Priest. So that is, and nicely I can use him as a Rune Priest or a Wolf Lord, depending on what I need at the time. So he's kind of a generic piece. But that's really what I've been working on. That's really got on the bench. I've been laser focused.
He's lying to you all.
Lies.
He spent the last 2 days playing Raid Shadow Legends on the computer.
I can't believe you would say such craziness. The madness you speak of.
I finished my Necrons.
Yep. Bits over here finished their Necrons. And
I showed them off before on the last
They're
live
finished,
stream.
finished.
yeah,
They weren't finished.
somebody died. So, yes, Necron. He's a Necron.
Still gonna get some snow material and put some snow on the base.
Yeah. But we currently don't have.
Well, I don't know. I actually think you might want to test it out on like just a piece of junk base and see how it looks, because that might work for you. Because you're just you're not putting piles of snow like I am. You're just sprinkling the snow all over the base, right?
Yeah.
It might work for that. It's in the technicals.
Which is
I don't know, dude. You know what?
at the rate he's going.
If they give me one, I'll take it.
Baking soda. I have heard that the baking soda makes a good.
The problem with baking soda, as just by itself, it will yellow, which is fine with the wolves, but not fine with the Necrons.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen confectioner's sugar. There's a stuff called microbubbles. It's a product that the Miniac talks about. I've also seen railroaders use something called snow flock. It's the same stuff you put on Christmas decorations.
Just don't need the yellow snow. Hi, Al.
Hello, hello, hello. So yeah,
I haven't done.
you've been busy. You've been writing. You've been doing a lot of writing and a lot of painting and a lot of drawing. So she hasn't been able to work on models. So what's on the bench? Everything. She's got a commission for Wolf Lord Mythos.
Yes.
That she's
getting close. I'm about to start working on the background of this, considering I decided to do an Art Nouveau, Art Deco inspired picture, and he paid me very nice, and I got a tip. So yay! Tips are fun. And I have another one that I got from Joe Bookish that I started sketching that out, and I've been working, and I've been writing chapter 46, 45, 46. Yeah, 46 or so, on a story that I've been doing, and I'm kind of happy to say that I'm really close to the end of season 1.
Who's that where?
Which one?
The one that you just took from me.
There were 2 of them.
There was one.
No, actually, there was 2. Because I Yes, chapter 46 of a Doctor Who fanfic. Don't judge me.
She loves her fanfic.
I've been working on this thing for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it's very popular. And then I recently started batting around ideas for a Final Fantasy VII one where it's Hunger Games meets Battle Royale, and it's just disturbing. And then I have the first 6 pages of a graphic novel that he and I are writing together that I finally got my script for, so that I need to start. It's blocked, so I need to start the imaging for that. And yeah. I'm being harassed by a cat. Can I help you, madam? Are you seriously trying to sit down right there? Hi, Tina. So yeah, it's been a week since, because I have so much going on my plate since I saw y'all on Sunday when I bailed on everyone so I could go talk to my little one, which was great. Because I should point out that she sent me a text going, "Hey, Mom, are you live streaming?" as she's watching it. No, honey. No, I'm not. Not at all. So, yeah, that's it for me. I'm boring. Sorry.
Boring. How would you describe your life as boring?
Well, I don't really have any pictures to really show off.
Because you're working on something.
You're in the middle of working a bunch of things.
Well, see, that's the thing, is I'm sitting here going, I can paint with everybody tonight, or I could draw. I have, my outlines are not really outlines. I go, this is the chapter, and this is kind of what I want to have happen in it. And okay, we're moving on to the next chapter now.
Mutt, I've written 3 novels. My outline for each one of them was...
One was a game campaign.
Yeah, one was a game campaign. It was a bunch of notes of things I wanted to touch on with the campaign. Give me a piece of paper, Tom. Thank you. It was basically a campaign notes, and that was the first 2 novels. And the third novel, the outline of the novel was a page of notes, and that was it. So, everybody's writing process is different.
Well, I went to write down different notes all at once.
It is not easy to write a book. I have one I've been writing since I was 16. That was 21 years ago.
It's not easy.
it's...
For some people, the process of it can be easier, but it is not. I would never describe writing a book as easy.
Here's the thing.
21 years. 21 years I've been working on my story.
The concept, the conceptualization, that is the easy part.
But the actual
sitting down and figuring out the meat and bones, that's difficult. What do y'all think? I wanted to do the saddle. I thought the saddles looked like they were metal, and then when I got close up on them, then they looked like they have a pad. I'm thinking I'm in metal armor. They're just going to be sitting on a big hunk of metal seat. What do y'all think?
That sounds really uncomfortable.
But they're in an armor. Who cares?
It still sounds really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Their bony ass butts are going to be bouncing around, not only having armor hitting armor.
No, actually, they bolt in. See, there's a lock there where they strap in. Poor dog.
Not only do they have to carry their large asses around.
And they did some scar tissue on the face. I really can't show it on the camera really well. It doesn't show. But he had some scar on the side of his face. I kind of.
Mutt says it's a really go thing.
Well, it looks fine. If it's good with Mutt, it's good with me. There you know. There it's said.
So I was trying to figure out, should I work? Because I am not going to. I have the figure that I started doing on the live stream the other day is still not done. He's sitting right here with half his armor finished. I promised that I would not finish it unless I recorded it. Plague Child's over here trying to add snow to their Necron bases.
Which is actually going really well.
He's doing space puppies.
This has been a lot better condition than you thought, Dad.
And I have not a bloody clue what I'm doing right now.
You're
And yes,
working.
I never want to write a nonfiction book because that means I'd actually have to know what the hell I'm talking about.
I could write a nonfiction book. The Trials and Travails of the Drake Family. Or All These Maniacs.
I thought we agreed we weren't going to do that until we knew that Showtime would buy it for a miniseries. Or is that just our courting process?
That's just the courting process. That's the whole thing.
My mom made me promise never to write an autobiography. When I was much younger, she goes, "You're never writing an autobiography. You know this, right?" I guess so, Ma. It means that much to you.
I'd write an autobiography, but my life's really boring.
I would not call it that, especially after you mimicking your brother's.
Write about your
science-
teenage
Well, Phoenix, as I'm sure you know, a large portion of the family history, that's not far off.
Now, what I was going to say is that if you do write a story, you should write about all the crazy shenanigans
Shenanigans.
that your brothers decided to do, and you went, "No way, that's not possible. I'm going to try it now." All I'm going to say, inner tube that goes into a tire, a car tire, filled with water.
I was gonna say.
And I totally didn't get that
Traffic
idea.
lane.
I totally didn't get that idea from a brother that's in chat right now.
And history totally did not repeat itself.
People who think history repeats itself have never made history.
Here's the title, House Drake. What the hell happened?
And hell, inner tube.
Hey, what? It was an inner tube. She's a Pete. And yes, both times a police car got taken out. History repeated itself.
Well, I don't know if Al's took out a police car.
I don't know. Phoenix said there was a totaling a police car involved.
Yeah, well.
Or what about the incident with the wires in the police car and the fireworks?
Can we not talk about that on the air, please?
Some off-duty police officer in Milwaukee's gonna be like, "It was him. That's what happened to my squad car." Yeah, no, the Tales of Lady Dragon. They're not that entertaining unless I talk about the Hawaiian
Tale of the Lady Dragon, or better known as Oh Shit.
Did you hear what Shannon did recently?
Yes.
That's more than I originally was thinking.
Yeah. And there was a reason why Mom admonished you every time you told me stories, because that doesn't work that way. Oh shit, it worked.
I think I put too much on.
You cannot have put too much on.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Commodore's dad is a.
What are you imagining is on?
I forgot about that. So
Holy
no,
fry.
in my case, the stories in my autobiography would be how my brother. Never mind, we're gonna leave that one out.
Well, I
chapter
got
20.
that better one for you.
Dune jumping?
Tales of Lady Dragon, or Where Do I Begin?
Okay, let's see if I can just go over some titles of things that I could put in there. Adventures with a Staple Gun.
I know one for me. How I Became Carrie.
In my case, it was my older sister wielding it and how she tried to tattoo my face.
Getting a close look.
Getting a close and in-depth look at how an inventory peg works.
Oh, just getting in close.
Then there was the Hawaiian cockroach.
I've fallen. I can't get up.
You were going how fast?
That's Al. Al has a great story from when he was a.
Let's not tell anyone about the super ticket. Is actually his comment.
Let's
Let's see. There's the Hawaiian cockroach.
I don't know about the super ticket one. I haven't heard that story. The one I know about with him is when he was a cab driver. The only way I know the whole part of the story is that they were advertising on the radio about, hey, we got a pickup, and he called in. I need that pickup. I need that address so I can pick them up. And they're like, you're on the other side of town from it. And he started going to the other side of town, and they kept calling it out. And everyone's like, I'm not close. I'm not close. And he's like, you need to give me the call. You need to give me the call. Dude, you're on the other side of town. If you don't tell me to call, I'm going to be right past the place. How in the... He had a note. There was a reason that he was known on his old cab as with that huge Car 57 White Lightning. Am I?
I don't know why you're bleeding.
No, my tooth's bleeding. I don't know why.
So
It happens.
So
Finally.
okay, shush.
Sorry.
So tell them about the cockroach, Shannon.
I'm pretty sure they don't want to hear about the Hawaiian cockroach.
I'm
Which, by the way, did you know those things can fly?
Yeah, cockroaches.
No.
Some of them can.
Hawaiian ones can, and they're also not small.
I want to hear about this.
I thought we were supposed to be crafting, talking about.
You can tell stories while crafting.
How many people actually want to hear about how my dad, my grandfather, my brother, and my cousin attempted to take on a Hawaiian cockroach and lost? That's the best part. They lost. And nobody's taken, so you're crafting a tale. I'm good at telling stories, man.
I think Commodore wants to hear it.
Well. All right. So,
Looks like time's up. I'm not telling the story. Dee's already moving past me.
Fine, I'm leaving then.
I'm not moving past you. I'm trying to keep the flow of conversation going. You want to tell the cockroach story? Tell the cockroach story. Tell them how this giant cockroach killed your family. No, I don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened.
I thought I told you this story.
You did.
All right, so once upon a time, many, many years ago, when I was a much younger, much more attractive young woman, I was a teenager. and then I grew up.
I'm
My
not old.
shut the hell up, you guys. I am trying to talk. My grandparents decided that they wanted to take our family, mostly it was my mom, my dad, me, my brother, my sister, my niece, who was turning 2 at the time, my cousin Johnny, and yeah, that was it. We all went to Hawaii. Specifically, we were in Maui. And we went and spent a little bit of time at the beach. And then when we came back, my younger brother, who was like all of 12 at the time, decided he wanted to take a shower. So he goes into the bathroom. And we're living in this, currently staying in this like 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo. And my happy ass is sleeping on the couch. And because I refuse to share a room. So my brother comes out and he goes, "There's this big ass bug in the bathroom." And we're like, "Okay, big deal." And my dad's like, "Well, kill it." And he goes, "I can't." And he goes, "Why?" And he goes, "Because it's like this big." And so we're like, whatever, there's no such thing. And so my cousin Johnny goes in there and he comes back out and he goes, "No, the bug is really that big." And so the 2 boys go in there, 12 and 13, and attempt to kill it or catch it. And then you hear them screaming, "Oh my God, it can fly. Holy shit, it's flying. Oh God, it's going to kill us." So my dad gets up and goes into the bathroom. You hear crashing around. So my grandfather finally gets annoyed. So he gets up. What are you looking for? Knife. I don't even know what the hell any of our knives are anymore. So my grandfather gets up. He goes in there and all hell breaks loose. And then after a bit, it quiets down. And then I hear my dad yell, "Oh, hell no." Turns out the thing was flying around this bathroom, which was considerable size, by the way, considering it was 2 grown men and 2 teenage boys. It was flying around the room, trying to get away from them, slammed into a door that went into the bedroom that my parents were sleeping in with my sister and my 2-year-old niece. And it went under the door into the bedroom. And my brother was like, "Well, it's out now. Everybody get out. I'm taking a shower now." And my dad's response to that was, "Oh, hell no." So they go into this bedroom and are ripping it apart trying to find this damn bug. 5 minutes later, my cousin Johnny comes running out and he's looking around like, "I need something. We found it. We cornered it. I need something. There it is." And he grabs a McDonald's cup and goes running back into the room. And then out comes my grandfather as he's got a large McDonald's cup in his hand, lids on it, and he's holding it like this, and he's walking out, followed by my dad, followed by my cousin Johnny, followed by my younger brother. And they get outside. And apparently my grandfather had this brilliant idea that he was going to crush the cockroach in the cup with his bare hands. So he's holding it, hand on top, and he starts crunching it from the bottom up. And the top pops off. And the cockroach pops out and runs up his arm and is looking that way. And he sees my dad. And it turns around real quick and looks at my grandfather and then literally jumps up in the air and falls off backwards like it went, "Shit!" To which my grandfather promptly starts trying to stomp on it. It gets on its feet and starts scurrying around. So my grandfather is stomping around after this thing. I'm not entirely sure how it happened, but somehow a napkin or a paper towel got brought in where my grandfather had it down on top of this thing and was hitting it with his fist, trying to kill it. And it's just... So boys ended up coming back in the house because they couldn't stop laughing. There was just nothing they could do. My dad ends up coming back in, and you can see the top of my grandfather's bald head going back and forth in front of the windows. He's still chasing this damn thing down. It's outside. Let me explain this. The damn cockroach is outside, and he's still trying to kill it. And then a few minutes later, we realize it's really quiet. Where's Grandpa? Where's the bug? So we go out. We're looking for my grandfather. Can't find him. Can't find him. And then a couple minutes later, he comes back and we're like, where were you? And he goes, oh, I think I killed it and I decided to throw it away in the trash. What do you mean you think you killed it? Well, I stepped on it, but there really wasn't any damage. But it stopped moving. So my dad goes, that thing is going to wake up in 2 hours and freak the hell out in the trash can, looking around going, where the hell is that giant hairless ape? And that is how my family learned Hawaiian cockroaches are nothing to fuck with. That's the Hawaiian cockroach story.
It's very entertaining.
You sound so, well, he's heard it like a couple dozen times.
It's very entertaining. It's an entertaining story. You're a good dog.
You know, I was talking to somebody today and I realized that my sarcasm really was honestly come by. Because I was remembering something that my mom said to my dad after his accident, and I was like, holy crap. My daddy is better than Superman. My daddy was in a motorcycle accident. Lady turned left in front of him, and he went through her passenger window. It was closed, and he went head first through it. Bike flipped up, hit him, fell over, he fell out, and then the bike fell over on top of him. For whatever reason, I found that vastly amusing when I first heard the story. Anyway, my dad has the same injury that Christopher Reeves had. My dad can walk and has his driver's license back, and I can't even tell you how terrifying that is. While we were in Hawaii, my dad tried to jump. This is way before.
Before the accident.
Before the accident. He tried to jump off a waterfall cliff into a pool. After we just had this huge conversation in our family about how you don't do that without checking how deep the pool is first, because apparently tourists don't do that and they jump in and they break their necks. So somewhere on camera is my dad standing at the top of this beautiful waterfall. I mean, it's like the floral paradise you see on those postcards and stuff. And then you hear my mom going, if you dive in and break your neck, you better die because I'm not taking care of you. 5 years later, they put this out. Actually, it was more than 5 years later because that happened when I was 17 and his accident was in 2009. So she yells at him, you know, that has his accident. And then one day, his neck is broken in 3 places. And they get him home, and he's laying in bed, and he's just being an ass to my mom. He's just being a brat. And my mom finally turns and looks at him, and she goes, you know what? Keep it up, and I'll smother you with a pillow. You can't stop me. His response was, I'll call Janice, my mom's best friend. My mom's response, who do you think's going to be holding your ass down? He sits there for a second and thinks about it. I'll call your mom. She likes me more than you right now. I'm standing there trying to put clothes away, so I'm laughing my ass off as I'm hearing my parents bicker over the fact that my dad reminded my mom that if he broke his neck, she wasn't going to take care of him. Here she was taking care of him. Her response was, against my better judgment, I changed my mind. And they wonder why I'm so sarcastic. So, that's my family, y'all. My family has actually used the phrase, you didn't bring your truck with you, did you? And you want to? Or, check the master already. Yeah, no, my family is a bunch of damn rednecks. I wish I was making that up.
California Okies.
My still favorite story is when the apocalypse cockroaches. Yeah, they really were, Joe. They were apocalyptic cockroaches.
You know what? Maybe I won't do my hard meats for my
Do a bunch of cockroaches.
do a bunch of
Tropical.
tropical cockroaches.
What did you do? Oh, someone jerked his back a little bit today, so he's a little.
Oh,
What did you do?
it's that same. I've never got that sliver out of my foot. I have
Oh,
a
you got it out of your
no,
foot.
I didn't. I have a sliver in my foot that I can't get to because I have large hard calluses on my feet. It's underneath one of the calluses. It's a lovely time, let me tell you.
Nurgle has just decided that he loves me so much that he had to come and visit me again, as I now have an fucking ear infection on top of everything else.
You can see it.
Jesus, that thing's huge. I'm programming tonight, so I'm going to be quiet, but the stream is on. I'm sorry, Dee, but that sounds rough, says Joe. And yes,
Yeah,
I'm squeamish as shit, so I have not been helpful.
yeah. So
Aw.
at some point after the stream, I got to get in there and get it out.
So,
Uh,
lots of insanity in the Lady Dragon family. If you think that's bad, try losing an argument to a 4-year-old. That's a story for another time. We've been using tea tree oil and hot water, actually. It's been helping. It feels so much better than it did yesterday, so I'm just going to do it again tonight. I said something, so the nurgling that's in there just decided to go, hey, you. So anyway, yes. I have not a damn clue in hell what I'm going to be working on tonight, in all honesty. I guess I could start working on another Cornate. I could work on Mythos's drawing, and I just don't know what to do, in all honesty. My life has been very wrapped around art recently and creation. Yes. So what about y'all? What have you guys got going on the bench? And
okay, semi-pro pro tip for y'all, because this is coming out really nice. If you want to get a rich, darker gold, where you don't have to deal with all the hassle of swapping back and forth between gold and washes, using silver and then putting Nazdreg yellow contrast over the top of it gets you a dark, brassy gold on there. So I'm digging this look.
ooh, that's gonna be fun. I cannot wait to see what your sisters look like, Dave. Also, we still have your stuff. We're a little shy on money. Otherwise, we would be. We will have them shipped to you shortly, probably Friday at the earliest. I will make sure that Dee gets in contact with you to let you know that your prizes are on the way. Ooh.
Actually, it's not even a money thing. I would have done it today, but it's been a time issue, actually.
I wasn't aware we had the funds for it.
They're already purchased. The payout is like $3. It's not expensive to send the package, and that's doable. The problem is that it's been It's been time. We just have not had the time to do crap.
Oh, that's the case. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So yes. By the way, let's see. Joe is making terrain, building a manufactorum that is flexible for use. Got a side panel that opens up like this, and putting the rays. Ooh, very cool.
What are you making out of, Joe?
Oh, Dave, you better send me a picture of that. Dave is getting the alternate Celestine model, and I can't wait to see a picture of that.
Now, when you say alternate, do you mean the old metal sculpt, or are you getting it from the heroes? What's their name? Savage Heroes?
Raging Heroes.
Raging Heroes.
You know, the place that I really freaking want some figures from. Okay, I'm going to say this. If anybody gets any Raging Heroes and they want me to paint them, by all means, send them to me. I will paint them for you. Whatever you want me to paint them. I just want to paint one. Okay, now that very sugar-induced reaction is gone.
Oh, by the way, I did find, if you're looking for alternate sculpts, I found another company.
Oh, it's an eBay on Etsy one. Yes, please. Instagram away.
Oh, okay, there we go. Cool. I gotta find this place because I want to tell you guys about this.
Meanwhile, I'm just going to sit here and kind of work on this. Ooh, that's really cool looking, Joe.
The name of the company that I just found today is called Manufactura Miniatures. Check this out.
Oh.
They do unique character miniatures. They are a Polish company.
Yeah, I can tell by the way the females look.
And they have a number of nude figures. So if you really want to practice your skins, they've got them. But they've also got some war-based figures. Their Strife series, which are some really cool looking. The Strife series figures are really neat looking.
Except for I was looking for cheesecake. That's why I like the other one.
Well, we can go back to the. They do little nude minis. They also apparently specialize in.
Those were not just nude. Those were friggin' fetish.
Yeah, that's a different line. They have a set of fetish figs as well. They do a lot of. Well, they don't do a lot of. They only have about a dozen figures, but they also have a 54 millimeter scale, larger size figures. So.
Oh, the sub-series.
So they're pretty cool. They're look like they're resin. They're high detail. They're relatively inexpensive. So yeah, they're very risque. I want to be clear. They're very risque. I honestly want to get a couple just to get the practice painting large amounts of flesh and the color tones on flesh.
I just want the cheesecake. I just wanted something sexy to paint.
She likes sexy minis.
I just want some sexy minis to paint. I don't even care if I'm painting it for somebody else. I just want to freaking paint them.
Well, that's why we need to get some Damonettes.
No, those are not sexy. No, I'm talking like serious cheesecake, Furion sexy from Raging Heroes.
You know, I know Mutt is constantly like, I can't let my wife see this stuff. I can't let him see. My wife's like, let me see the stuff. Yeah, that's the other thing about it. I was thinking about too, Joe. A lot of those, since they're nudes, both male and female. If you're working with green stuff, it's just a body that's easy to put green stuff on to really do some good sculpting. Which I hadn't thought of that, but that's an interesting thought. Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. Like I said, I like alternate. I mean, I am a Warhammer kid. I love Warhammer minis. I'm not gonna lie. My puppies, I love them. I love the dogs. I love Nurgle. But it's funny. Back in the 80s and the 90s, they used to have a lot of cheesecake minis. And globalization and modernization and family friendlyization has kind of made them walk away from that end of the hobby, which, let me see here. Death Corps are too expensive. Let me see here. The terrain challenge. You know, and here's the thing. Since I haven't done the video for it yet, I'm going to be probably extending out when the deadline for it is because I want to make sure people have time. It's going to be 3 paper towel tubes or 6 toilet paper tubes. It's either or. You can use both, but if you have toilet paper tubes, you have to have minimum 6 toilet paper tubes. If you have paper towel holders, you got to have 3 of them. I would be fine because I've thought about this, and I'll talk about this when I actually do the video about it. If you're going to swap out a paper towel tube for 2 toilet paper tubes, that's cool too. I'm fine with that. So, again, the only real restriction is that they cannot be tree trunks and they cannot be pillars. Because that's too easy. I have some ideas for what I want to do.
I just need to see the thing on this. Here's a question for all. What do you peeps think of buying a box of minis that have 10 plus minis with the same pose? Does it matter, or do you like getting a box of minis with different poses?
Here's the thing.
A little bit of A, a little bit of B.
What do you use them for? I have... I'm going to play these. I want to make a modular piece of ceramic. Nice. Here's the thing. Like, I've got a box of... I got 4 boxes of Cadians. I think 4 or 5 boxes of Cadians.
Oh.
I got a whole... I mean, I got like a plastic shoebox filled with Cadians in it. They're knockoff Cadians. They're not the official Cadians. They're from Spellcrow. And because they're made in resin, a squad of 10 is 2 groups of 5 with identical poses. If you play Imperial Guard, you're familiar with the idea that you're going to be painting 60 to 90 regular guardsmen, dudes with flashlight guns. That's it. And you're going to paint 60 to 90 of them. You're trying to crank out an army of them. Honestly, if they were all different poses, the assembly portion of that would be doable, but got to be a pain in the butt. And then you can't really assembly line that. You got to, oh, I paint this guy this way. Oh, he's this way. I got to paint him this way. Like my Imperial Guard, I'm going for simplicity for them. They're going to have OD green bodies with brown gloves, brown shoulder pads, brown helmets. I don't care. If I had 100 of the same figure for my Cadians, I'd be fine. So
Yeah, ask him about the zombie thing when he had to do the Zombicide zombies.
Oh, the Walking Dead game box. There's definitely a ton of zombies in there, and they're actually very different poses. I actually painted those up. There's
No, you painted Zombicide.
I also painted the Walking Dead game. I have it right there. It comes with 18 zombies in the box.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot we even had that.
Yeah. No problem, Mike. Here's the thing. So I bought now
Hi, Mike.
Mutt, was it the are you talking the All Out War box? Because it's 18, there's 18 zombies in the All Out War box, I believe it is. And I think it's
He's just being
I'm trying to answer Mutt's question. If you're talking the All Out War box, there's 18 zombies in there, and I want to say it's I either say I think it's 6 different poses and there's 3 of each, or there's 9 separate poses and there's 2 of each. I'd have to go look at what I have over there. But I also painted a box of the Zombicide add-on box, which is 27. And I think those 27 zombies, I want to say there were 3 unique minis, and then there were, I want to say there was a total of maybe 12 poses in the entire set. Oh, the Cryptozoic one. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. But like I said, I painted the Zombicide add-on kit, which was 27 figures and no assembly. And I think it was a total of like 12 poses. There was a bunch of unique ones, but then there was a bunch of that were just duplicate. Like I said, it depends on the reason you're painting them. If you're painting them as a showpiece, I definitely want lots of different poses. If I'm trying to paint a diorama or I'm trying to paint something that I want, to show off, then that's another good point too. You could just cut them and change the poses.
By the way, once again, hi, Mike.
Again, it's all about what you need them for. I was running them in a zombie horde game, so I just kind of throwing zombies on the table in piles.
He still is running said game.
I still am running said game. So I wasn't too worried about the poses because these weren't. I mean, to call the paint job and them slapdash is doing a disservice to Slapdash.
Which at the time he thought he was doing a really good job because he was still really getting back into painting minis. So he had learned here's the thing to wash. Take the tap on. Here's the thing to wash. Look, I'm going to take my mini. I'm going to wash it. All right, we're done.
Yeah.
And now he doesn't do that anymore because he goes, that's not how you should be doing this.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I was just back. I had been painting for a couple of weeks at that point, maybe. I was basically learning how to reflex my painting muscles. And it was a good way to get myself warmed back up, I'll tell you that. It was also a deal getting that many figures for like $24. And they're not bad casts. Yeah, that's the thing I'm kind of looking at because I've got 40 grots all in the exact same pose from the second edition set, and they're literally, and the funny thing is, in the army painter method, because every company has their own method for painting. The army painter method is you put your base coats on, then you dunk it in their tone washes, and you're done. They are not a showpiece. They are definitely not a showpiece kit.
Oh my gosh, Mike. Good grief, honey.
Dude. Well, then I'm very honored and thankful that you showed up here. But if you need to go get some sleep, if you need to go get some sleep, yeah, go get some sleep. Yeah, 40 pieces of meat shield, and they're the all old second edition Grot. So they're just dudes with a. They're the old spearman figures with the helmets and the armor, but instead of holding a spear, they just have different set of arms, and they're holding the shooters on them.
Mike, Joe, just to let you guys know, as per my promise, here he is. He's still not done yet. He will be probably, I'll probably do a video of it tomorrow as long as husband wants to help.
Yeah.
The little Oompa Loompas. And then this will be my next, this will be the next thing that I will be painting, making a video of. That way at least you guys can get the end of the tutorial of how do I do that. Okay, all right, with the dragon. The dragon is right here, Mutt. The dragon is still right here. I started adding the higher live stream tomorrow. Why would anybody want to watch a live stream of me tomorrow? But yeah, I'm still working slowly with the dragon. I actually have been adding Daemonette hide in on where the highlights where I'm going to be putting for the amethyst, how it does that fade from purple into white. I'm using Daemonette to do the transition from the purple up. And then I have to try and figure out how I'm going to... I'm not done with it yet. That's, as you can see, that's just as far as I've gotten. I don't know. I think I'm like, feel like I've maybe bitten off more than I can chew, and I'm feeling very. This model? Oh hell no! No! Not him. This is not done. The one that I said I would be finishing would be this guy. The one that I started last Saturday on that live stream for 3 hours. You know, I'm getting paid for that one. I'm not being paid for this one. Actually, I am being paid for this one. I'm going to get so many hugs and mommy points. For this one, Commodore, he was, the idea was that I want to finish him off, but I want to do a video so that I can continue to explain how it is that I get my armor to look the way that I want it to, give it that weathered, nasty. Thank you very much, Mike. All right, so since y'all are gonna be pains about it. I don't think Mike's much of a fantasy guys. But, so, I don't know. If you guys want to live stream tomorrow night, you got to talk to this one.
Yeah, fine with me. I mean, I'm all about just painting lately. I've been in a place to paint lately. It's a good place.
Maybe we, yeah, no.
Still got to finish that damn board.
Yeah, it's been sitting behind us.
La, 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 la. So yeah, I mean, this is more of a what do you got? Let's get it done this week kind of project week. I really want to get what I've got on my plate done.
His channel. I kind of have to listen to him, but
She knows how to work the camera. If I'm not here, She can totally do this herself, but
Except for you're going to be here tomorrow night.
yeah.
Thus is why the question was saying, ask him.
I told you, if you want to live stream room, we can live stream room. We can do an F it, I'll do it live. That'd be fine by me.
If it will do it live. Dragon painting parts or corn painting.
Painting.
I called it a create with me.
You would.
Actually, I got the name from Weatherpig. Whenever he does painting tutorials, he calls them he calls them paint with me's, and I thought that was really cute, so I created mine was a craft with me, and we decided whether or not we wanted to watch me draw, and I explained my drawing process, or if we wanted to ice cream. I gotta wait.
What are you waiting for?
Paycheck.
You had ice cream tonight. Didn't you?
I'm sorry, what?
You had ice cream tonight, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you're fine. You got here. Sorry, trying to get these Wolf Riders done, trying to get their detail work on. This is the sergeant of the two, and I got their two other guys with them. I really want to get these guys done and get them on the table so I have them ready for Sunday. Because Sunday, I'm leaving early Sunday morning.
Oh, that's right.
So my wolves will be doing battle with 1,000 Suns this Sunday.
Because apparently the 1,000 Suns wants another round.
Oh, I haven't actually faced his 1,000 Suns.
I thought you did.
No, I haven't faced. He and I have never played.
I thought you guys did.
No. We've been wanting to. We've been talking about it. We've been really, really talking about it.
Well, no, because I thought you guys were part of the tournament.
Oh, that's right. I did get him in Kill Team. But Kill Team is a little different than, and he got his new rules and all that. He's looking forward to trying getting revenge since he got all new rules and my guys are still under the old rules.
Mike who challenged me in Adepticon. Now I'm remembering. You were the one who challenged me. I'm sorry. I couldn't remember who challenged me.
Excellent. Well, I'm looking at Adepticon. No, they're right here.
Yeah, but
I do a nice mix of contrast and traditional paint. I'm a real fan. I've become a real fan of contrasts. There are certain things, especially when I'm working in tight areas or small areas.
told you, Phoenix. It's hard to pick one. You want to play both sides. Just make sure your man doesn't steal your Stormcast.
And keep in mind, Phoenix, as I ignore my wife's comments, that beautiful elven army that you were gogging over, and I was gogging over, that high elven army, that is coming out real soon. And
I will let you know, Commodore, about that. If you lick it, it's yours. Actually, in this house, If you prime it, it's yours because he won't touch it once they've been primed.
Licking something doesn't make it yours in my mind. Licking it is a form of showing dominance. That's about it.
What do you guys think of the others? Those minis are freaky. The others? Can't say I'm familiar with those ones.
Yeah, I can't say them. Yeah, I haven't seen those. Throw a link in there. Let me get a peek at them. Let me see Hammer Pants. I'll tell you, a lot of the figures I've been looking at lately, I mean, that new Orcish, the Gazkul figure really looks pretty cool from what I've seen and what they've snuck out about it. There was a company that did a bust. I got to find the name of it. That I want to give to her to paint. It's called Spirit of the Earth, and it's this gorgeous woman. It's a bust of her, but it's not really a bust because it actually starts about mid-thigh, and she's covered in bark and leaves and earth and scales, and she's just, it's a really cool looking figure.
Do it, Phoenix. Following the footsteps of your family.
You know, theft. Possession is 9/10 of the law, isn't that right?
Man, Mike, I cannot wait to see what you do with Gazgul. I mean, like, seriously cannot wait.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just starting off my orcs, and I really want him. I don't even know if he's going to be. I think they're going to give him the same benefit that they did Shadow Sun, to make it so they're going to take him out of a single army and make him playable in any Orcish army. I'm really hoping that's what they do with him, just because they just did it with Shadow Sun. Now you can play her in any faction. I really hope that's what they do, because I want to run mostly Death Skulls. So and I hope you guys dig this and find it entertaining, just as we chat and paint.
They sat with me for 3 bloody hours. Send it via Instagram to one of the two of us. I don't have anything yet.
You know, and that's the thing. Because
That's bad. No. Shush it.
because I'm playing 40K games, I look at alternate models, and there are some of them I definitely want to play. But I look at them and go, what can I proxy this as, and who can I proxy this as, and no one's going to have a problem with. Most of my friends aren't going to have an issue. I know the guys at Universe, they don't give a crap.
Do anybody we play with actually give a rat's ass?
Well, they might have a care at the store. I know the guys at Games Universe don't, because proxies are proxies are proxies. There's a guy that we play with, Chris. He plays on a Drukhari army, and he hates Raiders. He hates the way the Raiders look. He just doesn't like the Jabba sail barge.
On your Facebook.
Gotcha. He says they remind him of Jabba's sail barge, and he can't stand that.
Sounds about right for Chris.
So what he did was he went and got the Eldar transports and just put. But let's see what we got here. La 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 la. So yeah, he uses Eldar proxies for lots of his Drukhari vehicles because he doesn't like the way they look, and I can get that. I don't really care. I mean, I've been thinking about if I start doing some of my orc vehicles, since they can loot other people's vehicles. I really want to grab a Gene Stealer Goliath and orc that up and turn it into an orc truck, because I think just that big grindy thing on the front end would just, the orcs would be like, I like it. You know, that's good for WOG. All right, let's see here. These the others.
Let's look some.
Look at the pics now to get a better close at the figures. That, the Avatar of Pride.
Okay. I was thinking not.
Wow, that's a pretty sins, yeah. Oh my goodness, look at those.
Ew.
I love them. They're gorgeous. That's a lot of figures for a single board game. Jeez. I mean, those are really cool. I wonder how much that set is. Yeah, if anybody wants to go check that out, and on Board Game Geek, look up the others on Board Game Geek. That's some interesting figures there. Man, depending on the size of those things, I could definitely see like that Avatar of Pride being used as like a demon prince. That'd be pretty neat.
Oh, look, now we know what happens to Pride. When
yeah, I'll have to take a look at that whole set. That looks kind of neat. I wonder how that, if you're saying expansion packs, I can imagine that each of the different factions have little expansion packs. That's kind of a cool idea.
he's trying to distract you with steampunk. Yeah, good luck.
Well, you know, those steampunk dwarfs, I'll tell you, They are pretty damn nifty. And they got a brand new box set out. If you can find someone to split it with to get all those Zinch demons out of it.
I'm busy paying Dragon right
Yeah.
now. Let me have this.
There's a pretty cool set of Zinch demons in there that with that box set that's half those dwarves. But that dwarf, I mean, there's only one really unique figure in that box set, so
Everything.
you ended up buying that box, Ben. Oh, there you go.
Squats!
Well, you know, you could buy those steampunk dwarfs, Mike. I was thinking about this. You buy the steampunk dwarfs, you buy their ground troops, you swap out the guns for 40K looking guns, and you use them as Imperial Guard knockoffs. You can use the Zinch for your Zinch sorcerers, yeah. Dude, there are so many cool mini board games out there with some crazy, crazy good looking figures. I love that that's a thing, and at the same time, I kind of hate it because we're not a board game family. I mean, some of us are, but a lot of us are not. And yeah, I'm sorry, give me a sec, you guys. Doing a slight touchy spot here.
As for the when did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles get a board game?
I have no idea. Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. We have a very close friend who Commodore and Phoenix have both met. My buddy Wormy. He is a massive board game guy, and he's where I get my board game fix because I enjoy board games. I enjoy them a lot, but I think me and Plague Child are the only two in the family that really enjoy playing them.
I enjoy watching people play them.
But there's so many board games out there now where, you know, when I was a kid, you know, the dudes on board games were just plain old plastic pawns. You didn't get a lot of cool looking figures in your board games. That was why Hero Quest was so cool because you suddenly got Games Workshop figures before I even knew who Games Workshop was. But you got Games Workshop figures in a board game, and that was suddenly really cool. And I was lucky as a kid. Me and Al's ma was huge on board games and card games. I haven't had a decent game of cribbage in years. And I lament that because as a Milwaukeean, cribbage is kind of like
Timmy! My man!
Yeah, watching people board games. Yeah, she does that. I mean, she goes to our friend Rick's house when we would go there, and we would sit down and play like a game of what was that? Ticket to Ride.
I would play Ticket to Ride with you guys.
Yeah, right. You play Ticket to Ride. No, we played Terraforming Mars, and she'd be like, "Okay, I'll watch this." And that's like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour game. She's watching, completely content, drawing the whole time.
I do shit like this.
Yeah. She'd sit there and draw. You know, I gotta agree with you, Al. Even tonight, painting the Pink Floyd would be really.
Ticket to Ride is fun.
I love that game.
I'm awful at it, and so I just kind of ignore everybody else and I do my own little thing over in the corner. Which irritated the hell out of people.
No, not people. Person. Didn't bother me.
It bothered the two of them.
Well, yeah.
Thank you, TMP. Which was a question that I had for you. Did you want your picture that you asked me to do in that style? Because you asked me to do one, and I don't know, how you wanted me to do it, so I thought I'd ask.
Gotta shake them contrasts. See, I'd have just primed them in gray and covered them in contrast and been done. No, I wouldn't. That's a lie. I'd have primed them silver and then covered them in contrast. That is also a lie, but it's still funny to say. Beautiful.
The wings I'm starting to have a small issue with.
Why?
I'm just trying to get it to do that thing that Goobertown does. How he got the wings to look transparent.
He did that with an airbrush.
No, he didn't. He said that with a brush.
Oh.
And used army paint.
Oh, that's right. Army painter. Yeah, that's right. I remember the thing there.
Yes, there will be a face palming orc. That's great looking, and I love Ticket to Ride. It's on par with Lady D's Ticket to Ride trolling. And I'm not even trying to troll. I'm just like, okay, y'all are over there. You're all going to win. So fuck it, I'm over here. Okay, I can plot from this course to this course, and these are my things. And everyone's talking shit, and I'm like, whatever. Okay, here's this. Here's my thing. Can you just leave me alone? I'm trying to figure out how to connect everything in a circle.
My name is Ragnar. Mm-hmm.
Ragnar, you need a tic tac.
Ragnar, the red. Look at that beautiful red hair.
Oh, yeah,
Look at that beautiful red hair.
Babies.
You know, I got to give Contrast Paint some credit. It is the best for doing freaking hair.
Dude, I've been cussing all night. You just now figured that shit out?
He wants his done the same stuff.
You want your face palming? Oh my god!
A face palming orb done in an Art Deco.
No. It's more than that. It's an Art Deco 3 grots standing on top of each other wearing a commissar's jacket with a face palming orc. Dude. Shinji. How'd you know? I thought you were trying to come get loves.
No, that thing doesn't love you.
That was Mittens. That was yours.
Like I said, that thing doesn't love you. She doesn't love anybody.
Yes, she
She'll
does.
fucking cut you.
She really will. If you ever see this cat, she's got these dick balls. Go get some sleep, Mike. Don't worry, hon. We may be on tomorrow night, so I am gonna have so much fun with this. I may end up doing it in a couple of styles just to see which one you like most. Yes, it's going to be a Graz Cesar. Like the one I want to do for Zane and the Commodore, but it's going to be in total chibi mode. Ooh, fun. Rob says that he'll be sending the base tomorrow.
Excellent.
Hello to buy.
And unlike before, I know exactly what many I'm putting on it.
What are you putting on it?
Graphics.
Donna, you mean?
Yes. Donna's going on that.
My female commissar who's going to be named Donna the Noble.
Oh,
Heinrich!
Oh, she's not a commissar.
No, she's a SWAT captain.
She's a company commander.
Company commander.
And she is actually a counts as Creed. Unless I get a Creed before then, I know it's going to put.
25 clan rats for only $17. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's a good deal. Unless before I get her built, I actually get a hold of a Castellan Creed. Then I'm going to put Creed on that base.
Yeah, I claim no responsibility there.
For what?
Mutt's like, I've been on buying phase of minis, and between us and Frost and Fist, not really.
Well, you know, here's the thing. At some point, my friend, I'll have to show you. I mean, you're familiar with Cool Mini or not, and you're familiar with Miniatures Warehouse, I am assuming. I got a couple other sites I got to show you. I found some small time Polish manufacturers of miniatures. Apparently, like the manufacturer of miniatures. That's perfect, dude. That'll be fine. I'll make it work. I will definitely make it work. Here's the thing. If you're looking for Krieg minis, there are two ways you can go. You can either sell a child and buy yourself a couple of units on Forge World, or you can go to
don't tell people that.
No, you can go to Cromlech. Cromlech sells replacement heads so that you can just do the Death Krieg heads. And I actually think they do full Death Krieg, their own versions of the Krieg figures. They look really close. Yeah, Cromlech is wonderful. Spellcrow is, I mean, those are really, I love both of them, Spellcrow and Cromlech. Real quick, just so you guys can see the update, I started with, I'm doing the tutorial for this, which is one of the things that's taking me a while. I started with a Redemptor Dreadnought, and then using some Cromlech Nurgle bits, I'm turning this thing into a counts as, I'm turning this into a counts as Leviathan Dread. And some of these Cromlech bits have just been amazing to make this thing look the part. This thing on the shoulder pad is from a Nurgle light armor door piece that I just cut and fit to size. So I'm still working on this. It's still not done. I'm trying to do a tutorial for how I'm painting this thing. But this is, you know, since a couple of people asked my process and how I'm doing a couple of different pieces, I wanted to kind of show my paint process when I'm doing something to a higher standard than just slapdashing a table ready. And to go back with what we've been talking about all year is that me trying to slow down and do figures to do more figures at a parade, what they call parade standard, rather than doing everything at just table ready. Because even though my table readies look good, if I take a little time.
He's jealous.
Am I jealous?
He's jealous because my shit gets talked about more than his does.
I'm not jealous of it. I can do better than I have been. And so I want to do better. That was something I talked about at the beginning of the year.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I mean, Cromlech does some amazing stuff. Where are the legs on this thing? They're right here. It's all right here. That's all non-Cromlech pieces. Like that kneecap there is actually from the headlight piece from one of their armor kits. It's from their Rhino kit for Nurgle. And that was a beautiful thing. I took one of those kits and I just cut it up. I mean, that's a door. That's the door from their Land Raider kit. So I just kind of really wanted to make exactly TMP. That is exactly it, Rob. I won Best Army last year at our store's showcase. And because there was such a turnout, there's a lot more of the serious painters. Like, we've got a couple of competition and commission level painters in our local store. And after they saw how many people are actually interested in doing it and competing this coming year, they want to compete. I'm not always the most competitive person when it comes to painting, but there is a little thing in the back of my ear going, you won in 2019. You got to defend that title and at least put up a fight for it. Now, I may not be Daniel Sama, and I don't have this kick no can defend, but I don't want to be a pushover either. So I'm trying to push my painting up a level.
Like I can defend my title. My title's a one-time only thing.
No, so you got to go after the one that you do in it, which is the Great Board. And you can probably go for Best Army, especially if you keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, I have. Considering that today, that was the thing I meant to mention. I really meant to mention it because today is the 18th.
Yes.
1 year ago today, literally 1 year ago today, I got back into the Games Workshop hobby. I was painting D&D figures for a couple months before then, like 2-3 months before.
Tommy is a very good painter.
Yeah, dude. Kami is one hell of a painter. He's got a homebrew, or I don't know what you want to call it, successor chapter of Imperial Fist, or he's got his own unique take on the Imperial Fist paint scheme, where he uses a lot more steel, and they are freaking clean. That is a beautiful, beautiful paint scheme. What we need to do, Commodore, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do, because I have that information. Rob, TMP, I'm going to pass you a link to Commodore's stuff. Commodore, you need to get your stuff on Instagram, and I will. Yeah, I need to make sure I have you on Instagram. I will get your stuff.
You need to make sure you get those photos for him.
Yeah, well, she just put them up on the Instagram. We'll get you hooked up, because he is. I'm gonna tell you, TMP. Commodore, if you guys go back and look at my my battle report, those knights. If you guys look at those, yeah, if you look at those knights I was fighting in the in that Nurgle versus Knights game, that's playing against Commodore. Those are his knights. I give a couple minutes of a good showcase of those knights in the beginning of that battle report. Those are so clean. He's got a very definite, very clean style, and that's beautiful. I mean, they're really sharp. They're something really impressive and to be proud of. They're beautiful, beautiful pieces. But those Space Marines he's been doing lately, they are freaking gorgeous. They are absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, they are stunning. They are absolutely stunning. Yeah, you need to get those up. And I got to tell you, I'll be honest with you there, Commodore. When you put those on there, make sure you put that tag, painting Warhammer and painting Warhammer 2020. Put that on both those tags on your pictures, because those will get. I mean, I can honestly say they are good enough. They will get Games Workshop's attention. They are some beautiful freaking figs, just straight up. They are beautiful figures. You have a much cleaner style than I do, and you have a very sharp style. It's really striking. I mean, those fists are just. I go on and on about them because I mean, I'll be honest. There's a little part of me that looks at them and goes, "Damn, I wish I could paint that well in that style." And I can't. You paint in a different style than I do, but it's super sharp and super clean and really, really lovely stuff. I'm kind of a pretender. I go for the shock and awe. And I admit that.
No, we all follow him.
I
Watch out there, Nick. You're getting followed.
That's the thing. In a bit of a way, I'm a bit of a pretender. I go for shock and awe. I can make a large group of figures look really good because they look cohesive. I can make a big group of guys that you go, wow, that's impressive. And I can do that really well. I need to work on for myself getting better at when you pick a figure up. So it looks good at, here to table length. I want you to be able to pick that figure up to this length and look at it and start looking at the details I do on it. And I think that's the next step for me. I can honestly say with Kami's, you can look at his like this, and they're damn good. He's got plenty to be proud of with those figures. So, for a night that we really did nothing other than just sit and chat and paint, this night went by really quickly. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. And again, that's another guy that needs to put his Instagram up if he gets his figures on them, because Ben there is another incredibly talented painter. Both he and his wife, their stuff is amazing. Her sister's conversions are just brilliantly done, and they look really clean style. And your Gray Knights, Ben. Let me tell you, Ben, your Gray Knights, they are freaking beautiful. Thank you, Joe. I try. I'm really lucky. The store I go to, there's a lot of novice painters there that really want to listen and want people to show them. And the really great thing about it is all the experienced painters that are there happily show that stuff off. I've seen Lady Dragon go there and talk to people like, well, how'd you do this? Well, la 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 la, and she's a brand new painter, but she's bringing all of her years working with, canvas to bear. And I watch a ton of. She gets kind of silly at me at times about it because of the amount of YouTube I watch and watching tutorials while I'm sitting here, because I do watch a lot of YouTube, don't I?
I'm sorry, I just look up and I see you can do it. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm just working on the dragon's
That's
wings.
what he's talking about. She's trying to get that translucent thing, and I know what you're talking about now. You had to remind me when you said Gooberton. I had to think about that a minute. Yeah, you got to work that up to almost like a skin purple level. So
I got some stuff to work
with. So yeah, and that's part of the reason why I think after I get that fortress piece done for you guys, well, it's put together. I got the board to do. I got the fortress to do. I'm thinking 2020 the latter half of 2020 is going to be a lot more paint tutorials. I've got a couple pieces that I want to do. I'm actually going to do a classic method Space Marine. I'm going to do a Space Wolf using the Fenrisian gray. I'm not going to actually do most. I've been doing with the contrast because I actually really like the paint effect on the contrast.
We had a discussion about that on Saturday.
Yeah.
Somebody hasn't actually watched our 3-hour live stream, so he has no idea what we actually said.
No, don't care. Just kidding. I just haven't had a chance to watch that fully through because I like to pay attention, and I do have attention deficit disorder in that I'm old and don't care. Well, the problem is that there's a lot of the stream that if I'm not being engaged, I'll admit I sometimes have a hard time following longer streams. I like bite-sized chunks. So I may have to go through and look at it and force myself to watch it for the love of my wife. She's gonna kill me. And that's the thing. Like I said, I actually really like the contrast look of the Space Wolves armor, but some of my older guys are done in the Fenrisian gray method. So I will take a look at it. It's funny. It's my stream, so I don't, it's my channel streams. I don't think to watch it. So, and the Plague Channel makes a surprisingly good host. Well, it is my channel. Oh, this is going to be one of those nights. I'm going to be on the couch, and Ray's going to have to sleep upstairs in the attic. I love you. But what's funny is when we have a nut like this, it goes through quickly. I'll have to take a look at that because I might have to do that. Figure out a way to use them for Warhammer.
Sure you could.
I'm sure I could. But it is already after 9 o'clock. We're already past the hour-and-a-half mark.
Oh, Herbie.
Yeah, like I said, this went by really quick because we're just chatting and painting. We just got really consumed. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here, folks, for the night. Only because we normally do. I'm gonna probably still be painting for at least another hour or so. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna leave it on. We're gonna run late. We're gonna run late tonight. Because yeah, we're gonna run late. Shut up. We're running late. Shut up. I'm not leaving. You're not leaving yet either, Cucumber. We're still playing. Yeah, I think we're running a little late tonight, only because I'm still in the midst of painting, and we're still talking about stuff. And talking about the whole art of painting. And I'm lucky enough to have somebody like TMP here, who I can honestly say has been quite a bit of an inspiration. If any of you here are not already subscribed to the Miniatures Paintbrush, go fix that. He runs an incredibly insightful channel. And as the name suggests, he focuses a lot on the paint aspect of the game as well as playing the game. It's entertaining. His live stream, TMP, if you're still there,
yeah, it's right there.
You're still there. What you run your live streams on Thursdays, right? Yeah, I can't remember if it's Thursdays because I mean I watch them when they pop on, as I spend most nights sitting in front of my box here. But I'm pretty sure you run them on. I don't know if you run them every Thursday, but I want to promote them because they're great. I mean, I there's a reason why I think you're on my list on the top here. I make it a point to try and promote the channels I enjoy, and I can say without hesitation that I definitely enjoy your content. And, you know, simply put, you are a hell of a painter. I mean, your Space Wolf themed knight is a true work of art. So yeah, it is Thursdays. It is Thursdays that it does a live stream. Yeah. I cannot suggest it enough. It's good content. It's one of only.
What? Be nice, boys. Be nice.
I mean, honestly, when you talk about
award-winning artists, those must be fun to talk to.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. When you talk about painting channels, I mean, as long as we've been talking, and that's the nice thing about when we're talking about painting, we're working on painting, because you know we can kind of focus on it a little bit. I learned a lot. I mean, I learned a lot watching videos, and I tried out. I mean, that's why I got over my fear of using my airbrush, and I'm trying to use it more and more. Obviously, everybody knows Miniac. I mean, he's probably one of the most personable guys out there. You know, there are miniature painters out there that are better than he is, but I love his basics series, and I love his just his whole outlook on mini painting. So
worked on the dragon wings at the moment.
Nice, very nice. So I mean, Miniac is a great person out there for painting and learning painting from watching him. Goobertown Hobbies. I love his whole attitude about painting, where he's just like, you know, sometimes you just gotta go with the color and just see where it takes you. You know, and his take on some of his takes on like Army Painter brand paint is pretty hilarious, especially lately. He just seems like a really sweet guy, and just a really, and I mean, I've had a couple, you know, comment conversations back and forth with him. Sam Lenz. Now here's the thing. I watch like Tabletop Minions, and Uncle Adam and Sam Lenz are really good friends. So Sam is on Tabletop Minions a lot, and Sam Lenz is an amazing, gosh, awards as he has. He is just stunning in the work he does. And in that being said, Uncle Adam's no slouch either. He's a very basics painter, and he teaches some really good techniques as well too, snuck in with his just talking about the generalities of the hobby. So when you can find the Sam Lenz tutorials, as I understand it, Sam Lenz also, I don't watch a lot of Twitch, but I understand he does a live stream on Twitch like all the damn time. Yeah, I mean, Cooper is the Bob Ross. Bob Ross, I mean, he really is the Bob Ross of minis. So, I mean, when you talk about the painting channels I specifically watch, I watch Goobertown, I watch Miniac, I watch TMP, I watch Next Level Painting, which I'm sure everybody knows about Next Level Painting. I mean, he is a really intense guy. I mean, if you didn't know he was talking about mini painting, you'd think he's out there, you know, putting a paint job on his freaking Harley chopper or something. He's just like, wow, yeah, oh, and then he's going for it, and yeah, and it's just like, wow, he's got a lot of energy. But I love his styles, and I love his attitude about it. He's just really, really great for that. And he, again, great content. He's a I was gonna say there's yeah, yeah. And I'm trying to think of what the other channel I watch for painting is. Oh, Squidmar. I love Squidmar. Very entertaining painter there. Him, Trovarian, another really. Oh, very nice, very nice. Um, yeah, Vinny's just a very extreme kind of guy. The rest of all the guys are just um, but yeah, Squidmar's another, like I said, great painter, great techniques. Really, I mean, I'm assuming you're all familiar with Squidmar. If not, go check him out. He's really great. Um, Trovarian is another one that does some really, yeah, Trovarian does some really great stuff too. Um, I know I'm forgetting somebody because I watch a lot. I watch a lot of painting guides. I just whew, I'm trying to think. I mean, there's so many, but those are like my main hits. Um, just some really great content there. A lot of really great content out there. Um, so when I'm trying to take it up a notch, like I said with these guys, I think they're done. I don't know. I don't know. I like the color because I was going for I was going for Red Wolf, like an Irish Red Wolf / more of a kind of a reddish brown wolf here. I don't know. I put a couple layers of wash on here. I'm thinking about going back and dry brushing over it with a few other colors. I don't know. I kind of want to, and then I'm kind of like, I don't want to. I don't know. Well, and that's the thing, I mean, I'll be honest. When I first got back in, I wasn't sure who was who, and it was funny because when I found out about the pass it forward box and realizing you're the one that started it, and I'm like, oh, I know TMP. I've been watching this stuff for a couple months now, and this was like, oh my god, this was this was his idea. So it was kind of funny the way it all worked out. Which is why I got to get that thing out. That's the other video I got to get out because we hit the mark. I got to get that out. We keep bouncing on 450, so we got to get that package put together and get that in the next creator's hands.
I don't know why he keeps saying we, considering he keeps reminding me this is his channel, not mine.
I mean that in the royal sense. We, as in the royal we, as in me, Mr. Awesome.
Okay, then, Mr. Awesome, you're on your own tomorrow.
Look at her. This is the love that I get from my wife. This is how she treats me.
Who here's surprised when he keeps talking over me and then does the whole, oh, this is my channel. Sorry.
I do love her. Anyhow.
You had that coming after the ADD comment earlier.
Oh, you stop. Oh, you. You know I love you. You're fine. You're doing great. You're good. All right. Well, there's proof that it doesn't, because Zane still ain't here.
It's because he's in class today.
I know.
Ironically enough, Zane has actually, for those of you who actually care to know, decided that he wanted to take American Sign Language class so that he could better communicate with people. Because he found that there was a sad lack of people who actually knew sign language in the world.
Question for you, War Mutt. Have you picked up All Out War? There's yeah, and he's out of town until Friday.
Well, there's that, you know, drop kicking kids and adding them to a sick club.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, because there's a Carl figure in there that's really, really cool. There's a young Carl with the hat figure. Yeah, that All Out War box, I actually really enjoyed painting that one up. But again, I used them. I didn't paint them in their normal color scheme because I got that box specifically, not even for the game, to be honest. I got it for my zombie apocalypse game. So I got a bunch of survivors and a bunch of zombies. So, you know, maybe at some point I'm going to set up the zombie table and just do a photo overview of my zombie apocalypse world. I think with a couple of my tutorials I did that. Making a belly green?
Yeah. Okay. For now. Okay. Still not entirely sure what the hell I'm doing.
All right. Well, Rob, you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for dropping by. Yeah, we're coming up on 9:30. I think we are going to call it here for the night, folks. That way Commodore can get out of here too and go spend some quality time with his girlfriend.
Mostly because, you know, if you don't, someone's coming after you. What do you mean? You're not
So
spend any time with them?
we will. I've got planned out to try and get 2 videos up this week because I got a couple things I got to get forward on, and plus Lady Dragon should be getting at least 1 video up on her channel this week. So
I have to respond to the showcase.
Gonna respond to the showcase. I will put a link up to her channel when she puts hers up. And one of the things I'm going to be putting up is the challenge video. The winner of the speeder challenge.
It's only taking you a month.
The winner to the speeder challenge and the new terrain challenge coming out. So that being said, y'all, I think I'm gonna head out for the night. I think Lady Dragon is gonna sit here and paint this dragon and
nope, Lady Dragon's
stop being a butt.
Lady Dragon's probably gonna go take some medications to make her ears stop hurting. Oh, Saturday is Game Universe Party.
Yeah, Saturday is the Game Universe Party. Are you working Saturday?
During the day, yeah.
Yeah. They're doing like $3,000 for the giveaways and raffles all day long.
Oh, that sounds like fun. We should go.
We were planning on it.
Well, thanks for okay. Y'all were planning. Apparently, I was.
You were gonna go whether or not you wanted to or not, as long as you weren't working. So I just need to know when you're working.
I'll have to let you know exactly.
Yeah, we got plans all weekend.
Have a good night, Mutt. Thanks for dropping by.
Good night, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for spending this evening with us. Remember to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Remember, leave your comments below if there's something you want us to talk about next week. And want to give a big thank you to our subscriber, our Patreons, Joe Bookish, Heinrich Baffa, and Inquisitor Zane, as well as our Warlord level Commodore, our wonderful admin for this channel. So, yeah, she's gonna be volutold. Volunteer, volutold. Hey, I get the same thing done to me, and she can't even say that's not true. So,
oh, I never did.
We live in a family of volutold. So, thank you all for being with us. One last shot of the beautiful wings on this dragon. This is the Whiz Kids. This was the Copper Dragon, was it?
This was originally a Copper Dragon.
Oh, green. No, it was a green dragon.
Green, that's right.
Yeah, it was the Whiz Kids D&D green dragon that she's painting as an emerald, and it's looking pretty hoo-ha.
Yep, this is a green gem-colored dragon, emerald.
Whatever.
It's an amethyst.
Whatever. I don't care. It's purple. It's a purple dragon.
Do you know a purple emerald?
Seeing as I can't tell reds apart, why should greens be any different? Good night, folks.
I love you all. I promise I'll be around tomorrow night. And I won't have commandeered his channel.